Did Kanye West and Bianca Censori get kicked out of the 2025 Grammys? Amid reports that the couple was asked to leave the music awards show after their shocking red carpet appearance. In case you missed it, he and Bianca shocked everybody.
Alright, so I just posted that video on Bianca Censori because she was at the Grammys. She took off all of her clothes on the red carpet. It's going viral and it's going viral fast.
At first it looked fine. Bianca was wearing a fur coat and was covered up for once. But then she took off that coat and revealed she had nothing under it. When I say nothing, I mean literally nothing.
God, that's crazy. I think Bianca might have just made history at the Grammys. I don't think anything like this has ever been done before.
Honey, you could not wear that. I'm gonna be honest, I generally do not care about the Grammys. I can't remember like the last time I even checked up to see who turned up. Of course, I know, they do it every year, but even then, I could not care less. But this year, oh boy, something's funny going on that caught this old man's eye. If there's one crazy, unhinged, psychotic maniac that needs no introduction, it's Kanye West, and by extension, probably his girlfriend / wife, I don't fucking know, Bianca Censori, and they've had their own stints before, but today, with what we're talking about, it will blow all the other stuff out of the water. So I actually had no idea, but somehow, for some reason, they were banned from this year's Grammy. I can't remember like what stint they had before, like last month or last year, that got them banned. But yeah, I'm not that surprised because it makes sense. With someone as crazy as Kanye West, you would be like, yeah, get the fuck away from us. We don't want you to show up at all. And this year, if this whole stint that I'll be talking about in a second, if this stint didn't happen, then yeah, that would be the right decision. But unfortunately, we do live in a timeline where he showed up and he did some crazy shit. Or I should say, his wife did some crazy shit. I mean, she did it herself, but I think it's fair to say that Kanye was the orchestrator behind it, 100%. And I don't know how, but I guess that they have very shitty security at the Grammys, because either way, they both showed up, they parked in the car, and they got you the part where, all the photographers are there taking pictures, and Kanye West was simply wearing, all black t-shirt, jeans, boots, and some sunglasses. Very cool kid. And Bianca was simply, also very similar, wearing a black fur coat, a long one. And it's funny as well because most people like her, when they show up to the Grammys, they dress very lavish, some crazy shit going on. But with her, it's very, like, first red flag. I mean, back then we didn't know, but yeah, now in hindsight, you're like, oh my god, yeah, that was very clear, the first sign that some shit was gonna go down. However, when it got to the point, the red carpet, whatever you call it, and it was time for pictures, she very slowly turned around and started to pull back her coat. It was down to the knees at first, then to her low back, and then just fully dropped it. I'm not sure if I can show it. I'm not gonna risk this video be taken down for that dumb fucking clip. If you wanna see it, they have it on articles. They have it everywhere online. You can very easily find it. I promise you. You're not gonna find it here. Oh, and also for a second, I wanna read this extract from this Daily Mail article because the way they put it was infinitely better than the way I could describe it. Like it's so British and funny. Bianca exuded confidence as she headed to the carpet clad in a furry coat before theatrically dropping the garment and flashing her bare derriere to photographers. She turned around to show off her topless chest and lack of underwear, while West, normally in the best rap song category, but I don't give a fuck, leered at her nude body during the incident of the indecent exposure. That was so much better than I could describe it. Good job, Daily Mail. And that was so true as well. When people first saw her ass, they were like, okay, there's no way she's also naked behind it. And also for a bare description, she wasn't wearing nothing, but it might as well have been nothing, because it was like a mesh dress that you would just see through very clearly. So when they saw her ass, they turned around and they realized, oh my god, she's showing everything, no fucking limits at all. And when I first saw the news, I was like, okay, maybe, she has some stickers, some like skin color stickers, to not show off everything. But then as I looked at it, I sound like a pervert. I was looking at it, but yeah, I realized, yeah, she does not care at all. She was showing everything. And that is the case most of the time. Like if there's one couple that, does not give a shit about doing this kind of stuff, it would be Kanye and Bianca. But even at this point, most people would be reserved to say, yeah, they probably wouldn't do something that crazy. There's just no way. But I guess today, everybody, including myself, was proven wrong. Also, by the way, I want you to play the audio of the photographers having the reaction to this, because I have no idea why. They gave a reaction like, ooh, when they saw her ass, but as she turned around and they saw everything, they just stood there and kept on taking pictures. I mean, so would I, of course, it's my job. But also, the fact like they said nothing, why?
And over that shoulder one time. Over the shoulder! Beautiful. Right there, Bianca, beautiful. Right here on the right.
No reaction. She's hitting a pose and nobody would be like, oh my god, Bianca, stop this. Like, they just keep on carrying. Oh my, there was one guy, I can't show it, but there was one guy that ran to pick up her coat, and that's it. Oh my god, this is just, I want to say, like, this feels wrong to watch, but I realized, I don't think, I mean, of course, like I said before, I think Kanye's orchestrating this, but I wouldn't go as far to say like it's an abuse case. Like, she probably wants you to do this to a degree. She probably wouldn't feel proud, but yeah, I'm not seeing him like holding up a gun up to your head. But yeah, after all of that, people took the pictures. She put her coat back on, and they got back in the car and just fucking left. They showed up to an event they weren't invited for, and they did the most insane shit possible and just left. What fucking reality are we living in where this happened and this is the news being covered, and I'm covering it as well? I got no shame. I don't give a shit. I'll fucking cover this. Also, apparently, from what I saw, some lip reader, whatever the fuck you call it, could read what Kanye was saying and what commands he was giving to Bianca. And from what they said, I mean, it does make sense, but seeing the transcription of what was said to her, it makes this all the more bizarre. As it says, he reported to have said, Kanye, you're making a scene now, and I encouraged his wife further by adding, make a scene. I'll say it'll make so much sense. Also, there are some parts that sound a bit Yankee. You have to remember, this all lip reading, it's not like an actual audio file. So as Bianca acknowledged each directive with a nod, his continuous guidance by saying, drop it behind you and then turn, and it ends with a seemingly supportive, I got you. Bianca then allegedly replies, alright, let's go. The lip reader claims. So my god, I mean, I can believe that stuff, because or we have video evidence of exactly what happened, with multiple hundreds of articles now online. And I don't feel like the directions here, allegedly given by the lip reader, they don't sound too off from, like what could have been said and what actually happened. Like, it does make sense. Him saying, I got you, saying, drop it behind you and turn. Like, all of this was clearly like a plan, made by both of them, where Bianca was willing, and Kanye was like, oh yeah, this is gonna be fucking big on news. And also, apparently from what I'm seeing, Bianca could face jail time for indecent exposure out to the public, and that would make perfect sense. Initially when I read that, I was like, no, there's no way that could happen, but I say that because she's married to Kanye West. In what world would he not pay her bail and to make sure that this crime does not happen, or she faces no jail time from it? It's definitely a crime, 100%. I can't deny that. But like, with someone so rich and massive as him, yeah, there's no way she'll spend like a single second in jail on the fucking police station at all. So I'm gonna be honest, Kanye West has barely had a reputation at this point. Initially, I was shocked when I first heard that it wasn't even meant to be the Grammys, but then I realized, yeah, wait a second, that makes perfect sense. And it's funny seeing this now in retrospect, because it's like an actual Streisand effect, where someone does something for the explicit reason they told them not to do it. And I was wondering if maybe he wanted to do this before he was told he can show up, but there's just no way at all like that was the case. This had to be his reaction to his own ban. The one thing I'll say about him is that he's a little bit of a pussyfooter. Like, I've always seen Bianca naked, but yeah, nothing from him directly. I'm not saying I want you, God no, he's like 40 or 50 now, he probably has like the disgusting body of an ogre, but Jesus Christ, that poor woman Bianca probably spends more time naked than she does clothed by being around Kanye. In terms of my own predictions of what will happen next, yeah, I have no idea. I think he's already pulled his trump card by having his own wife naked at the Grammys, but only God knows whatever shit he'll pull off next year. Jesus.